There's been a lot of talk about possible security guarantees for Ukraine following US talks with both Moscow and Kyiv, even talk about a potential NATO Article 5 like protection for Ukraine. But in your mind, is there any version of this kind of security arrangement that Russia would actually accept?
If it is a genuine security guarantee for NATO that is the equivalent of NATO membership, it's hard to see Russia ever accepting it. And it would also be a reversal of US policy because the United States, too, has consistently stated that there should be no NATO membership for Ukraine. So anything that approximates it would be equally unacceptable. If instead, though, it is a sham, if it's a phony, if it's a wordplay that actually gives the impression of being a security guarantee while providing no protection at all against Russia, then you could see why Russia and the United States would both be keen to sign up to it. We have the example of the Budapest Memorandum from 1994, supposedly guaranteeing the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine, signed up to by both Russia and the United States and the UK, but turning out to be completely worthless when Russia challenged it.
If it does turn out to be a guarantee that's purely symbolic, would Ukraine be willing to accept it?
Ukraine will be looking very closely at the small print of any agreement because they see the prior practice where Western powers have come in to impose ceasefires on the victims of Russian aggression. Russia starts these small wars, Western powers want peace, Russia just wants to win the war, and that mismatch of objectives leads to mismatched ceasefire agreements, where Russia is allowed to continue to do whatever it wants, whereas the defender is constrained from protecting themselves.
Is there any security arrangement you can imagine that would be acceptable to both Ukraine and Russia at this point?
There's no arrangement for the long term future of Ukraine that will be acceptable both to Ukraine and to Russia. Because Russia's objective is to destroy Ukraine as we know it, Ukraine's objective is to survive. Those two are completely incompatible.
A lot of people, both inside and outside Taiwan, see a connection between the Russian invasion of Ukraine and a potential cross strait conflict. If a durable security guarantee for Ukraine were to emerge out of these talks, could such a model translate to Taiwan's situation?
Whatever emerges from the discussions between Trump, Zelensky, and European leaders in terms of the future of Ukraine and how it can be protected has applications worldwide. Whether it is a triumph or a disaster, this is something that aggressors around the world are going to be watching closely. And anybody that has territorial designs on their neighbors will see this as a template for whether they can be rewarded by the United States for invading their neighbors or whether they will, in fact, face severe consequences from the rest of the world.